Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Jasmine of Jasmine Creates. We are going to bring you to my plant room. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and this is Jasmine Creates vlog about sketching, urban sketching, illustration, and anything art related topics. So if you interested to know more about my vlog, follow me and subscribe to my channel at Jasmine Creates on my YouTube and also Instagram. Okay, let's get started. For materials, I'm using here my Koval sketchbook Fabriano paper 300 GSM. And for ink, I'm using sketch ink, and my pen is from Lamy Sapari. And also for watercolor, I'm using my Daniel Smith watercolor. And for accent, my brush pen from the newest brush pen I have in the house, Karin Pro brush marker. So as you notice, I'm not using here a pencil, and I only go straight with my Lamy Sapari ink, waterproof ink. This is actually not so easy technique, but if you already familiarized with your sketchbook, the size of your sketchbook, and also your style, your technique, and also if you already in advance study your subject, this is actually a very fun way to sketch because you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what's gonna happen, if it's really okay, if it's gonna be successful or not. So this is fun part for me. It's like making a puzzle. You don't know in advance if you can finish it or not. So here I'm trying to start first with the one subject. If you see it, I think it was alocasia plant. It's on top of a standard, and that's the subject that I use for measurement of all the things, the next subject that I draw. So for example, the height of the next plant, the playa, where it reach, the height, the size, the width of everything from that plant, and compare it to the first plant that you sketch. Try to practice this. It's really fun way to enjoy sketching, or just to not overthinking. If you make mistake, that's fine. It's this technique is actually you look on the drawing that I made it as a whole and not per subject. So what I'm doing here, if you see it here, I made also a lot of mistake, but it's okay because it's really it's all about the process. It's all about making the whole composition. If you also notice, I tried to sketch first all the subject that is in front of me, and then I added the details from the back later on. It's because I need to decide which one I want to show it more on my sketch, and the small plants are just as a background, also filling all the empty spaces. So that's why I first sketching all the big shapes on this composition. If you like to try this style, try it, because it's really relaxing, because you don't really need to make a perfect line, and try to avoid using pencil just for practice and learn your own style by doing this. Because I notice it for myself, my opinion, I notice it if I use pencil, I'm I correct too much my drawings, and that's why as much as possible I don't use I don't use pencil on my drawings, only when it's really necessary, only when there's a lot of things going on. But this time is really, I just have to enjoy the drawing process, and it's nice day, it's not so warm in the house, so I don't want to rush my drawing. So if you like to relax, try this technique, because it's a fun way to fun process of drawing. And yeah, if you make mistake, don't worry about it, just continue, never quit, because you only see this as a whole later on, and not as a per subject that I draw. So here I'm already adding some details, the not so important things, but don't underestimate those small details, because it's also filling up all the empty spaces, and it also make the subject as a whole, as one. So if you forget the small details, don't forget it, because they attach everything in one. So that's why I still add details here. I noticed also that I sketch in the afternoon here, so I have very bright sun, very bright light in front of me. I should not do that. If I only knew it, I should already draw at night. So because here I see a lot of contrast and I don't see too much details going on my drawings. But if I'm gonna sketch this again, I would prefer to do it at night. So I take a break from drawing, sketching, and I thought like it was a nice weather to go to a plant store. And here what I have here. Hail, snow! It's getting harder! I'm gonna get inside. Look at that. Normally I always go here when I want to take a break from drawing and sketching. And oh my god, it's really hard. Oh my god. When I buy plants, I always check how many plants there is in one pot, and also I'm always checking the under part of the foliage if there's something going on, some pests or insects, but most especially the roots. This is the most important for me. I always check the roots. If it's healthy, if it's a lot of roots going on under, then it's a healthy plant. So that's the time that I want to buy that one. And also, if the roots are healthy, I can do this. I put two plants separate, put it in both pots, so one pot, one plants, I get two. Okay, let's go back to sketching again, and here I'm adding more colors. I use two basic brushes for my sketching. First, flat brush or angled brush, and then also round brush for details. And here is the view when it's dark, so you see it's more clear and no ray of lights from the window. It's much easier to sketch. So first I add the warm tone for my chair. There is no rules here actually. I just like coloring everything with what I see on my view. So first I add light colors, and later on I make it darker for details to give depth. To paint with green or with plants, always remember that plants, green foliage, or anything with plants is not always green. They always mixture with other color. Some greens from other plants are more bluish green or grayish green, and sometimes they even have a purple on their color, and sometimes they are more yellow green. So you need to try to observe that and look on your plants what are really the color of the plants. But on this particular subject, particular sketch, it's more I'm sketching more the group of plants, so I don't really have time to focus on details with every plant because it will not gonna be, it's impossible. It's not the purpose here. It's actually sketching the whole room instead of focusing on all the details. But some foliage like the Urbiflora, I add more lines there because it's obvious on the plants, so that's why I added there. But yeah, always remember green are not always green. You can also add purple on your green to make your green more cooler, but you can also add some brown to make it more warmer, and also yellow to make them a little bit fresher, so more like new leaves coming out, or add red. Try to experiment because green is not always green. So after adding watercolor on it, I put back again the lines with my fine liner, very fine, like 0.2. And also I'm also using my brush pen here to give accent to all the shadowing and details from some plants. And I also love using brush pen for shadowing on these plants, because I don't want to use a lot of water and I'm already tired, so I thought like I just gonna use some fast solution for this. So I use my brush pen, always handy to have it. And yeah, that's it. Here's my drawing. It's 2 hours drawing, by the way, It looks so fast here, but it took me 2 hours to finish this subject. So that's it. I hope you like this subject that I made, my Urbanjungle urban sketching at home, and I hope you're gonna try this also. And maybe it's also fun ways to try also straight with pen without pencil, and also using brush pen for your details and also for your shadow. Try it because it's really fun. Welcome to my plant room. The first plant that I bought in the house is my lemon plant. She's now outside, and normally I bring that inside the house on December until March, and then from April to end of summer she's outside. So she's growing well, she's fine, and she's enjoying it there. The second question is, on my collection is this Orbiflora, this one. She needs moist, she needs special water, not a normal tap water. She needs a humidifier. She don't want too much bright sun, too much light, and she also don't want no light. So in short, she's a difficult plant. The third question is, trips. I hate trips. No matter what I do, I always clean my plants. I always do everything for them. I always see trips. The third question is, I don't know. It's because since I was young, I always loved plants. My mother always loved plants. Even on my paintings, at first you will see a lot of floral botanical things. Planting is just giving me rest, giving me a feeling of zen. Are collecting plants expensive? Yeah, it is expensive if you want to make it expensive, but I don't really collect a lot of rare plants. I always have plants that I like. So yeah, it can also reach from 1,000 euros if you want to, but I don't have that quality of plants here. I don't have that species here in this house. I always have the most expensive plants that I bought was 30 euros, and that's it. Next question. I don't buy all these plants here. Most of them I adopted it, and some of them I also get it as a gift. I don't want to throw them. I just feel pity to throw them because every living creatures have a life, so have a chance. So I adopt them, and yeah, that's why they have a lot. But I don't buy a lot of plants. Some of them are just a gift. Next question. She's not really beautiful, but I love this philodendron. A philodendron, and it looks like a palm tree, but it's not. Next question. This one. No matter what I do with it, it's just not doing well. I think I'm gonna throw it, but like what I told you, I always give chance to a plant. So this is my Christmas fern. They're not really doing well. They look so dried out. Next question. I think my monstera deliciosa is there. I like the greenish of my monstera deliciosa. Next question. I don't know what you call this. Is this with white flower, and I don't really water them a lot, and it doesn't need a lot of sun. It's also okay there, and it's also don't need too much care. The next question is, I think I have 56 plants, and I started from 3 plants. The next question is, my dragon fruit. It's not really a rare plant, or it's also a rare plant, but it's not expensive plant. It's just because it's special because you don't see it here in Holland, in the Netherlands. But I bought it, I bring it from my trip from the Philippines, and I bring it here, and she's growing well outside now. And I'm not expecting her to give some fruit, but it's a dragon fruit. Next and the last question is, a lot, especially the cactus. I don't like cactus because they always die with me. I just don't know why they always die. There are a lot of plants died on my collection. So that's it for my plant tour today. Thank you again for watching this. I hope you enjoy, and I'm gonna see you again from the next coming vlog, Weekend in The Hague. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please support this channel if you enjoy watching this and also all my videos. I love you guys. Have a nice day.